What's going on, nation? Today is Sunday, March 9th. This is your SHF weekly update. It was a pretty busy couple weeks. The weekend before this weekend, Erica and I were in Canada. Some of you guys asked why we were in Canada. It was just a work trip for Erica. She was out there visiting a factory. She's a chemical engineer for General Mills. It was actually really good that I went. Usually I don't go on her work trips. I'm usually, at home busy with stuff for SHF, but I'm glad I went because it's the first time that I'd gone with her to Canada, and of course we got a flat tire as soon as we crossed the border into Canada, and it was like, what time was it, babe? Like midnight, 1 a.m. And to me, you know how sometimes you get a creepy feeling? Like I want to get that tire changed as fast as possible because I felt like it was just like creepy people driving by. Like I thought someone was going to stop and like come over to us and just be a creep. I guess is the best way to explain it. It was kind of uncomfortable. So we actually picked up like a keychain and a screw. We ended up getting the tire fixed the next day, which actually people in Canada are super nice. Everyone there was so nice. Ordering food at Jim Hortons at like 1 a.m. was pretty interesting. Tim Hortons, because the lady only spoke French and I'm trying to say what I want, and I was like, I want the soup. She's like, you want soup, hey? I was like, yeah. I think she was trying to ask me what flavor I wanted, and I was just saying like, yeah, just give me the soup, like just give me any flavor. I ended up not getting the soup. There was miscommunication, but I got a pretty awesome sandwich. So we had a good trip, and on the way back from Canada, we had a harder time getting home than we did getting into Canada. Like we got to the border, and the lady asked us a bunch of questions, and then we were on our way. And we're getting back into the United States. I mean, hello, I'm American. Like, you probably would be very hard to tell that I wasn't. They're like, how do you guys know each other? Where'd you meet? How long you been together? And then he like opened up my trunk and he saw my computer because I had brought my Mac. He's like, why do you have this? Did you buy this here? And I'm like, no, I use it for work. He's like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I teach fitness on YouTube. And he's looking at me like I'm crazy. It's like, try explaining that to the Border Patrol, But it was a pretty good trip. And then we literally came home, had like 1 or 2 days to, do we even have 2 days? Maybe like 1 day. We had 1 day to come home, like unpack, get situated, and then repack, and then we had to go to the Arnold Classic, which was an amazing show. Erica and I are working on all the footage to have ready for you guys this week. There's a lot of stuff. I should have all the photos posted this week as well. And it was just an amazing experience, as usual, every single time we go to the Arnold Classic. So many of you guys come year after year, and we actually get to see a lot of new faces this year too. So if any one of you who are watching this video came to the Arnold, it was a pleasure meeting you, and we had a great time. And I'm glad that I was able to actually talk to you guys about a lot of the cool stuff that's going on with SHF. And while we were there, we actually made good friends with Cain Velasquez and Flex Lewis. And we're going to be doing some interviews with them to go on the homepage on ScottHermanFitness.com. So we're pretty excited about that. But it was a really cool event. I mean, I actually got to stand next to Arnold. He was probably like here, and I was here. And then they did like a group photo with BSN, and I was on my tippy toes trying to get some FaceTime in that photo. I have to find it, see if I actually managed to get into it. But it must be tough being Arnold because he literally like would go, booth to booth with all kinds of security, and he would pretty much pick like one person to talk to, then do a photo, then move on to the next one. It was just crazy, but it was a lot of fun. So we came home from the Arnold. We actually had to drive home. It was a nice 15-hour drive because my flights were canceled. Erica's weren't canceled. So what we did was we got hers refunded, and then my flight was canceled, so we rented a car, ended up driving home. And that was intense, and that pretty much kind of screwed up the start of our week because we were just really tired. Yeah, moving on from there. Let's get on with this update. The Saturday exercise explosion last week was how to measure your gains. And a lot of you guys are making SHF profiles, and so what I wanted to do was put together a video to show you how to take all the body measurements. So if you haven't made an SHF profile yet, go to my website, ScottHermanFitness.com. It's totally free to make a profile. There is a paid version of the website, but you don't need to have that version to enjoy the forums and the community and all that great stuff that comes with building your own profile. But this is my buddy Scott in this video. He's way taller than me, as many of you have pointed out. But keeping track of your measurements, it's a really good thing to do. It helps measure progress. And you should only do it like every 4 to 6 weeks. I mean, you're not going to see much of a difference, and it can actually be a little demotivating if you're measuring yourself every single week. So give it some time, and then every 4 to 6 weeks, retake your measurements and then post them on your profile. Let's see. The Saturday exercise explosion for this week was the pendlay row. It's a really great exercise. It's actually one that I've been incorporating into my back routine a lot more lately. And what this row is, it's basically a very strict version of a barbell bent over row, as you'll see in the description as you watch this video. And you know, some of you guys are still asking what the differences were between the barbell bent over row and the pendlay row, even though I posted both videos in the same video. Basically, with the barbell bent over row, you don't have to remain parallel to the ground the entire time, and you can actually pull the barbell closer to your belly button as opposed to your like sternum, which would be right here. So this is the difference of where the bar would be pulled. And you also, with the barbell bent over row, you don't have to let the bar touch the ground after each repetition. So there are some differences. If you want to learn them all, check out the video. I also posted a really cool article this week written by one of our super Hermanites, Jonathan, and it was about muscle tears. And it was actually because of his own experience. He ended up tearing his bicep. Luckily, it didn't tear all the way, and he did do it while doing deadlifts. And this was like about a month and a half ago. If you want to see his article, I'll post a link to it right here. But you know, it was a really great article talking about the different types of muscle tears, and if you have one, what you can do to treat it, and how, depending on how severe it is, you can treat it on your own, or obviously we have to go see a doctor. So really interesting article, so make sure you check it out right here. And there's actually even a comment section on there, and if you want to talk to John, the link to his profile is on the article, and all you need to send him a message, like I said, is just a free SHF profile, so make sure you check that out. The Tuesday tune-up this week was Ab Blaster 15-minute home ab routine, and it was actually, I was really excited to see that a lot of you really liked this routine. A lot of you took this and tried it at home and tore it up and told me how you did, and you thought you were going to be able to do all 8 rounds, no problem. Some of you guys were like, oh my gosh, I did 2 rounds, I was ready to die. Those are the kind of comments I like to hear, so I'm glad you guys liked this video. I'll be sure to keep posting more stuff you can do at home. This Tuesday, I'm going to be talking about muscle imbalances and how to fix them. While at the Arnold Classic, we spoke with a few different Hermanites that came by to say hi, and we asked them questions as to what kind of videos they wanted to see, and one of the ones that came up the most was muscle imbalances and how to fix them without having to totally change your workout routine. So look for a really cool video for that on Tuesday. And then the last couple things, I posted a really fun video. This footage is obviously almost 2 years old now because it's when I built my studio, and it was us laying down the rubber flooring in the studio when we first got there. And it was quite the process, and the reason why we filmed a lot of stuff. Is actually a lot of footage that I haven't released yet from when we built the studio and all that fun stuff. But the reason why I released this video was because I wanted you guys to kind of see more behind the scenes. And then also, when I was trying to lay down the rubber floor, there was nothing out there to help me do it. So I figured, hey, a lot of you guys lately have been asking me about how to get your own fitness studios started. So I thought I would, you know, whip this footage up and then send it to you guys so you know how to lay down your rubber floors. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. The contest winners. I know I promised that I would release the contest winners and start phase 2 on March 1st. However, I did not realize that it was going to fall on the same date as the Arnold when I made the contest. And so as far as you guys are concerned, it doesn't really matter because I'm still going to push the contest to be a 30-day voting period for phase 2. It just won't obviously start on March 1st. And so I picked the 4 winners, and these 4 winners each are going to receive a full bottle of BSN Amino X and BSN Cell Mass, and I'll be sending that out to you guys, and I'll be contacting you through your SHF profiles. And the winners are Braddock Jones, Megan Hawkins, Martin Finholm, and Nils Fierens. Sorry, Nils. It wasn't that I didn't know how to say your name, I just wrote it kind of fast. So congratulations, you guys. You guys won phase 1 of my contest. And now what's going to happen is I'm actually going to be building individual profiles for each one of you guys on the contest page, and then I'll be sending you that link, and then it's going to be up to the community to vote to see who they would like to be the winner based on how inspirational your stories are and how much progress you make over the next 30 days from when I post this page. So congratulations, you guys. And don't worry, I'm going to start trying to do more contests throughout the week. I might do one tomorrow, so make sure you watch the Facebook page. Check that out. Last but not least, if you haven't been using it already, be sure to use the official Scott Herman Fitness hashtag on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, which is hashtag SHFathlete. And as you know, I bought the South Park game, and I've been playing it probably a little too much, but I needed some relaxation time and doing a lot of traveling. And you guys asked me what I thought about the game, and you wanted me to talk about it a little bit in the Sunday update, and I need to tell you that it is probably one of the most fun games I've played in a very long time. I play a lot of fun games. Erica got me Dragon Ball Z for Christmas, which I absolutely loved, and I still play that as well. I have Call of Duty Ghosts, which I still have to dive into more. But what I like about the South Park game is it's different. It's kind of like a role-playing game at the same time as it looks like you're actually watching an episode of the show, and I think it's hilarious. And what they've done is they've actually incorporated fun stuff basically from season 1 all the way up until the present. So if you've watched it from season 1, which I have, it was kind of like our thing to do on New Year's Eve when we were kids. They would always have like marathons of South Park. Anyways, if you watched it as much as I have, you really enjoy the show and you'll kind of get all the little jokes they throw in there. So if you haven't seen it yet, be sure to check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed your Sunday update. Yes, I went tanning, and that is why I am red. And as always, more good stuff coming soon. See you guys. If you're looking for a quick way to switch things up, log into your SHF profile and go to the workout section of the website. Once there, click on the muscles you want to train, then you'll be brought to a page where you can further filter down your search. Now you have a complete list of all the routines that target your chest and utilize only a barbell or dumbbell. From here you can rate the routine, add it to your routines in your profile, and if you scroll down, you can see a write-up of the entire routine as well as photos of all the exercises. You can also download a printable PDF just by clicking on it.